The Internship of Kevin and George, Tales from Desktop Support. While strolling down memory lane, I remembered that my pet interns Kevin and George hadn't been written into a melodious sonnet in three-part harmony that we all know and love as a tale from tech support. Anyways, we're all students at a very prestigious university, one in the tri-state area, ranked 6 in all major football leagues and 13 in water polo. As background, I was offered a team lead student work internship position after the NACTM was observed at the library. The work was doing mostly Mac desktop support and paid well too. The cast: Kevin 4, that is not his name, 4.0 GPA, no IT street smarts, no filter, now writes code. George from Chronicles of George. First year engineering student, loved to shred it on electric guitars, has yet to understand the laws of physics, did not write good support tickets. Kara, math genius. Destined for great things, handled the awkwardness of our dynamic duo, awesome and friendly. Girlfriend, now wife, would hang out in the office and either supervise us or do lunch, flirt, between our classes. Me, the intrepid hero, team leader extraordinaire, teacher of the teachers, boss of the bosses, expert of the experts, builder of the builders, the next Elon Musk. No, wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Kevin had a very curious disposition and really loved his anime. He couldn't focus on anything for more than 3.57 seconds before reverting back to his beloved topic. I was multitasking on a new PC deployment and asked him to start Windows updates as part of the upgrade to Office 2016 and then return to HQ. I wrap up and then realize he didn't exit stage left with me. Couldn't find him for the next iMac deliveries, and after dodging the dangers of the fire swamp, again I found him sitting at the desk staring at the same computer instead of working with the rest of the office. Me, what's going on? Windows update runs in the background if you start it, you don't have to wait for it. Kevin, I thought I had to stay for the whole thing, zombie voice. There were other things Kevin did that were blocked from memory, like not formatting a single ticket correctly or doing anything without having to be retaught how to deploy a Mac or PC daily. A few months later, he finally reaches the end of his internship and my patience, and I had encouraged him to branch out some and interview in places and spaces, and he managed to make the finalist pool by sheer luck or a low barrier of entry. Ding! A wild new email arrives. Kevin. Oh. I now have 2 companies bidding for me, like a geisha girl. Me hisses, Kevin. That's not work appropriate. He laughs it off after I lecture him about getting a lid or handle on not letting his inner thoughts become outward thoughts. After he graduated, I found his resume to be rather embellished for someone who didn't understand anything in the internship. Inventory management system, I was there, he didn't make one. Documentation, that was very convoluted, I had to redo all of it. Imaging and deploying of PC, Macs, I had to help him push the only button, next. One day, he asked me what part of the tri-state area would be good to live in, and the rental listings shared were in possibly the worst neighborhoods of the city. Me. You can go there if you like a daily schedule of gunshots, gang wars, and police raids? He then found better places to live after whining about his budget. Enter George. Occasionally his schedule would overlap with Kevin, much to everyone's dismay. They were in cahoots and when combined a nearly unstoppable force of destruction if ever let loose on their own. There was trouble brewing because they were constantly giggling like schoolgirls about something in Asian. One day, they got on about some very 18-plus raunchy Asian stuff in front of Kara. Thankfully not about her. Verbal warnings ensued. Kara blitzed him and rattled the desk. I addressed them sternly and nearly broke the office door off its hinges. The girlfriend stared at them in French. I suspect that if they had seen her glare, they would have been instantly vaporized. Anyways, after that incident, short leashes were instituted and George managed to slip off for a repair ticket went at it unsupervised. The ticket was to fetch and replace a broken classroom projector, and his claim to fame was to take it in a hand truck down a flight of stairs. These stairs are 20 feet .6 m away from the handicap ramp. I don't yell at people, but he learned how far I can project my voice outside. I surprised myself that day too. I then confiscate the projector and drag him to the install to replace it in hopes he hadn't turned the really important bits into sand. After a miraculous and blindingly bright test, and while wrangling it into position. "Me screwdriver please." George hands me a wrench. "Yas George, that is exactly what I needed, now give me the yellow-handled screwdriver there." He finally left stage right after a few more little issues of not being able to follow the simplest of directions. Endnotes. Kara finished her internship with excellent marks and her support tickets were stellar, cherished by the entire academic entourage and support staff. The girlfriend, now wife, didn't vaporize anyone else and we all graduated with excellence. She still flirts. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video.